Hey, and welcome back to Let's Play Day of the Tentacle. Now, when I saved a moment ago, I discovered something really cool and I'm wishing that I'd shown you then. The neat little DOS layout for the save menu. Again, the modernization has been executed in a really good way. Anyway, we're going to carry straight on up the stairway. This does loop around, bear with us. We've unlocked more concept art. Now, right now, this doesn't do anything. Can we open that trapdoor from this side? I'm not sure if we can.
There doesn't seem to be anything dangerous in there.
Then open the door. Yeah, there's nothing in here yet. But we can go out there. Right, so we got the crank. We do want that. We'll pick it up. Flagpole, we have no use for. The pulley, we will have a use for. The chimney, we will go down, as you do. Now, we have a grating. We've got Uzo, I'm assuming that's Uzo the clown. And we've got tables with junk.
Hey boy, you missed the party!
You and the clown were having a party?
No, last night! At the Novelty Good Salesmen's Convention. I tell you, we Novelty Good Salesmen know how to have a good time.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Donny Osmond?
That's strange. My wife says I look like Charles Lawton. Oh, want a cigar?
Yeah, why not?
Sure, lay one of those Havanan babies on me.
Thought I was gonna blow your head off there, didn't you? Well, you were right!
So 2 minutes and we've already had our head blown off.
You shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit.
Yeah, we've all made that face.
That cracks me up every time.
Anyway, now we can't really do anything about this, can we?
I don't even want to touch that gunk. Disgusting.
Can we talk to it? No.
I don't even want to touch that gunk.
Now the chattering teeth, we do want them. But they won't let us pick them up. So the way to do that is gotta go back in. Oh, we'll pick this up while we're here. Pick up fake bath, as you do. Right, he's not going anywhere. We'll punch the clown then while we wait.
I hate that clown.
He's been revoiced. Let's see if they've kept the original voice in. Epilepsy warning. Let's see. Huh. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. So the original audio was actually quite distorted. So it's probably just me. Now, can we get these teeth? Pick them up.
Hold still, will ya? Hold still, will ya? It won't budge, jumpy little sucker. Missed.
Nope. What if we go in here? Nope. Well, I hope they return home in a minute. Anyway, we're going to pick up the coffee. And the decaf. And the fork. It's your typical RPG, really. You loot all the things.
The Duke Memorial Brand Microwave.
The Duke?
I'm not touching it. These models have a history of leakage.
Right. Opening this door then. We have a washing machine that looks like it's seen better days. We have a cabinet with a funnel. We can't do anything with the dryer yet. And that looks like it. So, oh, come on teeth, right, we're going to go back this way. I'm reasonably sure that they will just jump in on their own. At least I hope. There we go. Yep, there we go. Pick up the teeth. Gotcha. Close the grating again because we leave things as we found them. Now, we're going to head outside. And we've got a mummy.
I guess not too many birds bathe in the evening. He looks like a tall, mummified Dr. Fred.
Dead cousin Ted.
It's closed.
Well then open it.
It's empty.
Nah. And he's the nerd of the group. Oh, you poor masked man, you've been locked out of your car.
Hi.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
What
Are you up to?
I locked my keys in the car.
Nice crowbar.
Nice crowbar.
Thanks. Don't even think about asking to use it. I need it.
I don't see your keys in the car.
Actually, I lost them somewhere.
Right.
If you're locked out, why break into the trunk?
I have a spare set of keys in there.
Yeah. We found your keys though. Rest assured, kind man.
Here, perhaps these are your keys.
Where? Gimme. Hey, thanks, pal. Keep the crowbar.
Thank you, masked man.
Drat.
Can we talk to him again?
Hi.
Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry, so kindly beat it. Maybe this one. It
Right.
must be one of these. What sort?
It's really dirty.
Yeah.
It must be one of these.
Now what we can do with that crowbar is liberate that poor coin stuck in the gum on the floor. Inventory. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Use. So we've done that. Let's also just go upstairs. Use that crowbar again on that because candy. Or lots and lots of money. Let's pick up all the money.
I figure this is about $876,600 worth of quarters. $1968, 1974.
Oh dear.
Ooh, 1977.
And it's only through the application of logic that I surmise a quarter to be 25 cents. Now, we're going to use this. We're going to remove the gum from the coin, thus liberating them both. Though I'm sure it was a symbiotic relationship that they shared. We get to keep the gum. We do get to keep the gum. I think we use that later on. Splat. That was satisfying. We're going to grab the jumper.
Ew, it's soaking wet.
And we're going to get out of there. Now, just out of curiosity, it was probably too pixelated back in the day for me to recall, but does Edna's monitor now show him on the floor? I think it does. Get out of the way. Oh, it shows him not on the bed. So yeah, we can't do anything else in there. Frou-frou emerald stolen. Circular prints left behind. Frou-frou. Right. So back down. We're gonna go and put that jumper in the dryer, I think. But, and this is probably where I'm letting on a bit more than I ought to at this stage in the game. We're going to stock that machine so full of coins, it'll probably be in there for maybe 100 years or two.
Whew.
Now I'm not sure if that icon means it's auto-saving. Wait a minute. For sale, cats. 4 legs, 2 eyes, 1 head. Fully optioned. Now we're going to go and get the plans. We've done everything I can think of doing for the moment here. So the plans is the next logical step. Now the plans were the single most frustrating thing of my
There,
youth.
it's off.
Other
But
than
it's too
the
late now.
E1M whatever it was, the episode 1 boss fight in Quake. That was pretty goddamn frustrating too. But this was easily tied with that. We're going to pick up this piece of paper on the to-do list.
I've got the plans.
Quick, we have to flush them to Hoagie.
How did you get over there?
My ingenious super battery design, please.
You really flushed them.
Yes.
Down the toilet.
No, through time. Using the highly sophisticated time flux hydraulic vortex chamber I've installed in each chronogon, you can flush small inanimate objects to each other through time. Flush small inanimate objects to each other through time.
Hello? Dr. Fred, can you hear me? Drat.
Did you hear something?
No, let's see if what's-his-name catches on.
Oh, great. I'm stuck in colonial times, tentacles are taking over the world, and now the toilet's backing up.
Hoagie, come over here. It's your old pal, Dr. Fred.
Dr. Fred, how'd you get in there?
I want you to pick up those plans you see in the chronogon, Hoagie. Bring them to Red Edison. He's my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He'll know what to do.
You need the plans to make a super battery so you can plug in your chronogon.
Okay, if you say so, Bernard.
Good boy. Does he have any experience with electronics?
Well, I once saw him take 3,000 volts directly through his head without batting an eye.
Didn't he pass out?
Well, he was already passed out when it happened.
Time for me to save the world, I guess.
Well, we've unlocked Hoagie. What bothers me is, why can't Laverne hear what was just said? I never worked that out. Also, what we missed, firstly I'll explain why it was frustrating. In the old version of the game, remembering that we're playing it on a 2x3 monitor, I could never find those plans. And then, when I finally did, it was the ye old DLC that you had to deal with back then, which was find the combination in the manual, which nobody ever... I don't think I ever met anybody that had the manual for this game. It was a bit like an indigenous dreaming story that was passed through the generations, the handful of combinations that anybody actually knew.
It's closed.
Oh, we got another bright one.
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Hey, we know someone who could use that. We're going to give that to Bernard.
Well, I'll just run to the chronogon.
There's something in the chronogon.
Awesome feature, that. No, we can't remove that. So, actually, can we interact with the carriage at all yet? Yes, we can.
It's totally covered with crud. Making it dirtier won't help.
It might. Can we go in through the door? Thank you. No, we've got the mummy again.
Cool, the room clerk's a mummy. What's up? Don't feel like talking, huh? Vow of silence or something, probably, right? Well, that's cool.
Right.
Great hat, man. I know some dudes in a band who'd eat roaches for hats like that.
It was the 90s.
They're called insensitive spittoon.
Right.
Ever hear of them?
I don't think we're getting anywhere with this.
No, I guess you wouldn't have. I had something for Red Edison. Later, dude.
We're not getting anywhere with this. Moving along. Now, we've got another grandfather clock. What about this
I'm guessing it conceals the entrance to a secret lab.
one? Wonder what could have tipped him off to that. Oh, delightful. So what have we got here? Let's check out the bulletin board and then we'll interact with this stately
It's covered
gentleman.
with plans and junk.
No, we can't use anything on there. Grab the lab coat.
Hey, only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
Right. I've got an idea. Bernard.
So as soon as Hoagie gets that battery working, we're set.
I'm afraid not. We still need a diamond for the main unit. And your friend in the future needs power too, if she's still alive.
Alive?
Get me out of here! I like trees and everything, but this one has got to go.
Now, let's give Hoagie the help wanted sign. Anything else we can give him? The textbook he needs. What else? The flyer. The crank, no. I'm pretty sure, yep, the teeth. I reckon that's it for the moment. We'll keep the stamp. Now, Hoagie.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around, and you look dumb enough. So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
Yay, lab coat. We're also going to grab this left-handed hammer.
Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
Who we will get to in a moment.
Hey,
What is it?
you look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. It must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
What's he inventing now?
What are you inventing?
It's a piece of paper that will stick to things by itself. Rather ingenious, if I must say so myself.
I go through dozens of them a day.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
So... what's that? Ah, yep. And this was the DLC. What you had to do was work out how many croutons had to be there, which ones to keep, and what the levels of the oil and vinegar were, and that number was your key. But they've edited that out, which I think is a little disappointing. At least with Curse of the Azure Bonds, you still got the code wheels.
It's the battery plans I'm supposed to give to that Red Edison dude.
I'm not sure if the code wheels have been... I'm not sure how they've been implemented, but I'm sure they're still critical. Even if they are just a PDF with the instructions to Control-Shift+ repeatedly. So, we'll give this to the inventor.
Whee!
No, that's not what I meant to do. Use the patent application. There we go.
Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
And we can get, I think, 2 of 3 in this timeline. We're not going to get much else done in there, though. So we're going to go through into the main hall. Oh my god. Thank you. Open the door. Now, there's not much to do immediately. Can we speak with the canary?
It's a little cage with a canary in it, perched above a little lever. Huh.
And then when the canary dies, it drops the lever and rings the bell. John Hancock, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington. Now, wasn't the Declaration of Independence signed in the 1770s, not the 1790s? Surely it would have been... Look, I know sweet FA about American history. I am sure that the masses will correct me. But I am positive that it was earlier than that, and I only say that because, being an Australian, I know that our country was was colonised in response to America deciding they'd had enough of the British. So I could only assume that they would have declared independence before we came about, which was in 1778? I'm going to drop this now before I admit that I'm unsure about what year my own country was founded. It is 1778. 1788. No, the wife is face palming. I'm sure it was... Oh my god. Yeah, we're just going to move on. Talk to John Hancock. No, talk to him.
Must have force. Yo.
Hello?
Is he cold?
What's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
Oh, why not build a fire?
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
I told you it was 1788 and you were shaking your head. Sorry, the wife has just leaned over, having looked it up for me.
You were saying 1772.
No, I said 1778, then 1788, and you're still shaking your head.
I didn't hear the second one then.
Away! And that's the one and only cameo she'll be making. Oh dear. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. So we're going to give the log to starving children?
He's going to give the log to starving children?
That doesn't sound right.
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
Well, what are they doing in here?
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft, you'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Oh, a constitution. I assume that followed the Declaration of Independence, so I guess we'd be historically accurate. Again, anyone who feels like enlightening me, more than welcome to. Let's talk about coffee, my favorite beverage.
Why don't you have some hot coffee?
Oh, I can't stand coffee. It makes me irritable and want to bang my head against the walls.
I do not know this man.
You say that as though it was a bad thing.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to fix a wall these days? It's a racket.
Shouldn't you guys be working instead of just sitting there?
Writer's block. We can't think of any amendments or anything, so we put a suggestion box over there. I don't suppose you have any brilliant ideas?
What about free sandwiches for all roadies?
No, there's no such thing as...
Don't say it, dude. I've heard it before. How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
You mean you have like a childhood complex?
All right. The truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
It doesn't work. I do the same thing.
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
Well, I gotta go, dude.
What about Thomas Jefferson?
If I had a nickel for every time I've seen that face. Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy, my name's Hoagie.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude.
Now, hang on. The nickel, is that... it's the 5-cent piece. Is his face on it? Can someone in America please tell me if Thomas Jefferson's face is on a nickel?
What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule, filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
Dude, is that like the Constitution?
Right now, it's just a constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we put up a suggestion box over there.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very snappy dresser?
Why, yes. I studied at Virginia Coat and Technical, where I majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
It's more of a jabot than a cravat, though.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, thank you. What was your favorite part?
The S's that look like F's.
I like those S's that look like F's.
I see.
It's actually a reference to older German writing. That said, I haven't seen the Declaration of Independence. It might be the case there too. Let's see, can we have a fire, please?
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge and take heed.
Yeah, that's what everyone says when they can't afford their heating bill.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later?
Oh dear. He is me. So we're going to put the flyer in the suggestion box because we'll have a look at the flyer.
George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
Now that will be relevant, so we're going to get that out of the way now.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here. I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look.
I say, lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No. I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
Now Washington is definitely wearing a jabbo.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
Here's a suggestion. It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yes, it's strange. I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it. If there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution immediately. No? Good, and so shall it be law.
Did vacuum cleaners
What's
even
a
exist
vacuum
back
cleaner?
then? And that will be relevant later. So we are at half an hour again. We're going to call it here. We're going to save our game. We'll save... Keep saving in slot A? No, we'll save in slot B. How many slots do we get? We get many slots. That works. Okay. So, calling it there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I will see you all next episode in Let's Play Day of the Tentacle. You tell them, Hoagie. Until then, cheers.